So, bit of a review today. Not any particular crawler. You'll recognise this one because the video is coming out soon. But yeah, ta-da! That's the new paint job on the scattergun. But yeah, we're not reviewing any of these crawlers today. We're actually reviewing what's underneath them, and no, not the wheels, the stands. So I've got 3 stands here that were printed by a guy called Sam Dare. Details are in the description. Just randomly found him on one of the TRX groups because he'd printed a G500 stand and someone had quite unfairly stood him up, and so he just wanted to get rid of it, so he's selling it. And because I have a G500, I thought, why not? I've also got a G-Made GSO2, which also fits on these stands quite well. They seem to fit the sort of axial type skid that the G-Made's ripping off, so should fit an SCX-10-2 as well. This one's been raided for parts, so it doesn't really need to be on the stand, it's just on there to see if it fits. But yeah, they're relatively inexpensive. I believe last time I checked they're about £15. They come in a variety of colours because they are 3D printed, and there's not really a lot to say about them. I did check with him about the type of print that he did, and I believe it's a 40% infill honeycomb, sorry, 40% honeycomb matrix inside, so they're not solid plastic, but that's good because that saves the environment, uses a bit less plastic, and they're as strong as they need to be. Now, I have an admission here. These two fell off a set of shelves that are taller than me, and I'm 6'3", straight to the floor, and then the TRX landed on top of them, and they're absolutely fine. So, relatively strong. Because they are 3D printed, they could shatter if you abuse them, but they are meant to just sit there and put your crawler on top. The one for the G500 has cut out for the exhausts, so when you get it centered properly, it doesn't wobble about. You might be able to see that because most crawlers are slightly forward biased, they sit just forward of the front wheels. A bit easier to see if I use the red ones. They fit a scattergun chassis with a flat skid, so even though they are TRX specific or designed for a TRX, they generally will support most shapes of crawlers. Underneath here, hopefully you can see it's just got a completely flat skid, and it's about TRX width, and it fits on. Now this has got a really heavy front bias because the battery sits in the middle, and yeah, I mean, what more can you ask for? They keep your wheels off the ground so you don't end up with egg-shaped wheels, and they look cool, and yeah, rather than spending, you know, money on new tyres and foams all the time, or having to heat up your tyres to get rid of that egg shape, which you can do, all you have to do is get a fresh battery pack and go ripping up and down on tarmac for about 10 or 15 minutes, and your wheels should go back to the normal shape, although you might lose a bit of the tread off them. Alternatively, invest in one of these stands, and every time you go to take out your crawler, your wheels will be nice and fresh. Still dirty if you don't bother to wash them, but they will be nice and fresh. And yeah, what more can I say? They've performed well. I've not managed to smash one by knocking it off a shelf, and they look the part, and they're much easier than 4 little axle stands because you can just